YouTubers, CPUspeed with another episode of Riding on the Strom. Today we are at Rincon Beach. There's all the surfers back there. And we are cruising on the iconic Ventura Highway. I would like you to all stop the video now and go find Ventura Highway by America. Cue that up on your iTunes or Google Play or what have you, and play that song along with the video. I'll wait. I'm having mixed feelings about these SW-MOTECH bar risers. There are some pros and cons to it, and first of all, kind of lay out the scenario. I read an article online, a review about them, and it seemed to be a pretty easy installation, and the guy who did the article recommended doing it. And I was experiencing some pain in my right shoulder, and I thought the bar risers would be a good fit for this and a good fix. But I'm having mixed feelings about it. So let me go through some of the things, and I can't give it a huge thumbs up. I can't sit here and go, oh, they're fantastic, they're great. So I think it depends on your situation and what your needs are. So I am 6'4", I am tall. So, and I do have a certain bias. I'm a sport bike rider. I like leaning over, I like leaning down, I like leaning forward. If I do have a standard bike, I have swapped out bars before. Swapping out the bars, might be a good thing to do if you want a stronger tensile steel or something, or titanium or what have you. But these are bar risers, and I'm sure you can see them. They do an inch up and an inch back, basically. I was experiencing some pain in the shoulders, and I felt the bar risers would be a good fix for that. So some of the problems I'm having is that, my mixed feelings is, because I'm tall and I have long arms, having bars that have a reach to them aren't an issue for me. And because I like to ride pretty spiritedly, I kind of like to have the bars over the front forks and not have anything deterring from that. And I think the biggest con was that the cabling is just too tight. I was led to believe by that article that it would be an easy thing to do, and the cabling, it works great with the existing cabling, and you didn't have to worry about that. And like an idiot, I didn't really check, and the cabling is actually pretty tight. So it's not an easy job to do. So, but if you're short and this makes sense for you, your reach isn't very long, then I would recommend it for that. But if you're tall, if you like spirited riding, if you're going to be taking this bike off-road, I wouldn't put bar risers on this. So I would just leave it as is, and maybe swap out the bars if you wanted something a little bit better. But the flip side is that the purpose of this bike is a kickback bike. It's not something I want to do a lot of spirited riding on, but I discovered that you can. And so I'm having mixed feelings. So that's all I'm trying to say, is that this isn't a huge win because it was such a bitch to do. And I'm getting used to it. I had to raise the screen up and to compensate for all the wind buffeting I was getting. I did watch a video the other night by a fellow YouTuber, Archnick47. I'll leave a link in that. And he was doing a Suzuki demo day and reviewing a different bike. But alongside him the whole way was a V-Strom, and it was interesting to see the guy's riding position and ergonomics on the V-Strom. And he was the rider seemed to be a rather tall person. I would say about 6 feet, and you could see that he was definitely leaning forward, and there was, you know, a reach involved to it. So it really isn't, you know, what I recall wasn't the most comfortable position, but it really has to do with you. So I'm still getting used to it, but considering the work involved in trying to, you know, get the cabling to work, the existing cabling to fit, I can't give it a 100% thumbs up. So I just wanted to put that out there, that I was pretty excited about these bar risers and things like that. So I'm going to leave them on for now, but, you know, I might switch them back. I don't know. But again, the purpose of this bike and the riding that I was going to do on this bike is for long distances. It's not for spirited canyon riding, although I do that quite a bit. And I'm definitely not doing any dirt riding unless, you know, I have to. So this is the first ride on the freeway, and with the windshield up. I mean, once I put the bar risers on and had the windshield, I got a lot of wind buffeting, and I knew right away that all the ergonomics had changed. So it was quite a difference. So this is actually feeling pretty good, but I can't give it a full thumbs up for it. So everybody with their new cars. So on the way over here, on the way over to Rincon, I went through Montecito, and there was a Ferrari club going the other way. I wish I had my GoPro on, but no, I didn't. So hi, we interrupt this broadcast for an announcement from our sponsor. Hi.
Hi. Do you suffer from body odor after a long adventure ride? Well, we have a product just for you. New adventure bike underarm. No. I just wanted to give a little shout out to this. I use this. It's a sunscreen stick. So pretty handy. I always keep it with me for sunny days like this. And now, let's resume our normal broadcast.
Sorry about that, but hopefully you're not picking that up. So, as I continue my day with the bar risers, I was going to go down south and go down by Mulholland, but it's really just too windy today. I don't know where, you know, it wasn't windy where I was, but I got down here, it's just really bad. So, I mean, Mulholland's not going to be windy, but getting there is not going to be fun. So, and I don't really have the energy to do that today. But I can't shut up about the bar risers. This is the bar risers video, and I'm sorry about that advertisement. You knew eventually my channel would have ads. So, I think, you know, just to continue what I was discussing was, I think my biggest peeve about it was it did throw off the aerodynamics of my situation, which is being a tall person. And this windshield, I had it set perfectly to where I was getting, the wind was going up over my helmet, but I could look above the windshield. You know, I put it back up now, and I'm like in between, looking between the windshield and looking over it. So, and And while I was downtown there, I did catch a glimpse of myself in the reflection of a mirror in a window, and my back is perpendicular to the bike now. I mean, I am literally sitting straight up instead of being just a tad punched forward. So that's really my peeve with the bike, you know. I can tell people that adventure bikes are good for tall people, and they are, but you don't want to add to anything that would make you sit up even more. And I think that's what I've done with these bar risers. It is comfortable though. I am kind of liking it, but I'm not going to fully endorse it. And if you're hearing all this wind, I apologize. I didn't think that you would get all this wind, but I did want to get, you know, the Ventura Highway video in, and this is that. So now I just need cruise control. And the next vid, I'm on a BMW. No. So, but yeah, the bar risers. I am getting used to them. I really don't think that there's any huge difference in the maneuverability of the bike. But I think that off-road, though, it might be a little bit too close to your body. I think if you're standing up a lot and you're in the dirt, I think the bars were fine where they were. So. Now, I don't usually come this way, but I am trying to ride different freeways in different areas of the area that I live in to give you guys kind of some variety. Basically, I'm always just on 150. So I'm cruising along with my bar risers. I think my windshield is in the uppermost position. So I'm not getting a lot of wind buffeting, but I am kind of purposely slouching, you know, kind of in the biker slouch position. Now, that's something I couldn't do. Wow, this is really bad. That's something I couldn't do with the previous bars. I couldn't sit back like this, so. But I am putting myself up into a lot of wind. And it's really windy today, as I said, so don't think that all of this buffeting is happening because of the bars. So kind of a paradox there, you know. You get the adventure bike because you're tall, but it sticks you up in the wind, and then you get bar risers that put you up in the wind even more. So I don't know. But who cares? Look at this. It's such a beautiful day. Right? Such a beautiful day. Cruising along. So I don't know if you noticed that was, as I mentioned before, there was, in Montecito, I saw a Ferrari club drive by. And I would say maybe about 25 Ferraris in one, you know, all together. It's pretty cool. So, but on my way back north now, I saw that one Ferrari probably heading back to LA, pulled over by the highway patrol. So I guess that's pretty good odds, 1 out of 25. Not that I'm a big Ferrari connoisseur or anything. You've seen my Instagram. I like Porsches better. Porsches are my thing. And there's one right there. Let's zoom up and look at it. Ooh, I always like to figure out what is the Carrera. What? I can't read it from here. Oh, Florida. Wow. Wow. That's quite a long drive. I don't know what that is. Oh, just a regular 911. Interesting. So I guess we get more than one lane here. Porsche 911 black. Yeah, look at that. Oh, blacked out. Just cruise along. Some metal flake in that. So I think I'll get the head of this guy with the bike rack. Or I have a bike bike launching in my face. Now this is all new here. They put this big bike lane here and this big guard and everything. And yeah, it was needed. It was definitely needed to keep the cyclist safe, but it does kind of take away from the view. And soon we'll be, so this is the Ventura Highway. This is in between Carpinteria and Ventura. And you know, there's some turnoffs along the way, but basically not. Great highway when it's not so busy like this. So. Coming into Carp, and I'm going to have even more coffee. So, and then I think we can scoot up along here. Yeah! So yeah, these bars are pretty kicked back, but I don't know. Yeah, there's Rincon, everybody. Looks pretty flat. I mean, when it's windy like this, the surf is too choppy. So, forget that. Oh, that's not a highway patrol. Oh yeah, they're in Ford Explorers, not Blazers. This is actually where they sit to watch for people. They sit down there, watch people speeding up along in the fast lane like this. That's what they do. That's what they do. I know all their tricks. Okay, guys. I am going to go to Carp now and get some coffee. Thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate all the support. And like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.